What is this World of Warcraft drama with add-ons? I saw some clip of Tally talking about it. Something's going on with like retail. Wow, I think they're removing add-ons.
PC Gamer interview with Ian about possible combat add-on changes. Okay, so no more tracking other players or enemies. This is the big news right here, guys. This is the big news. Tracking of group abilities will no longer function in add-ons after the changes. So things like other players' cooldowns won't be visible. That might in turn lead to dungeons with fewer interrupts in a pack of mobs, which might in turn lead to less reliance on classes with abilities that stop a whole pack of enemies from casting. Incoming heals will no longer be trackable, nor will specialized buffs or debuffs. Okay, so like if a priest PIs you, you
watch Maximum's video on it. Yeah, I would love to. So Maximum add-on changes. Blizzard's war on add-ons could have a massive problem.
Disarming the race between add-ons and boss mechanics. While the goal is to reduce add-on capability, adding more baseline functionality is necessary to keep players from turning to ever more circuitous solutions. Circuitous. God damn, Ian. All right. Just like using macros to circumvent private auras, if boss warnings and ability timelines aren't available in-game, players might turn to outside resources like YouTube videos or pre-recorded sound files to providing audio countdowns timed at the start of a heavily scripted encounter. Oh yeah, you could do that, huh? You can have an add-on like the timer add-on right now, the timeline add-on, and all it does is generate an unlisted YouTube video for you, and you're supposed to click it at 10 seconds on the countdown, and then it just does the voice-to-speech or text-to-speech like call-outs for you. And
before I listen to this, so let me what I gather thus far is they're kind of nerfing add-ons. I don't know the details. I guess now I see you can't track other people's cooldowns. They're nerfing add-ons heavily. The really good players in retail WoW are not happy about that. Like the highest rated players. Right? Okay. I kind of hate that. That's so weird to me. I would love it if I don't even play. I quit because of add-ons. It's so dumb. If you don't have add-ons and you're competing, your competitor also no longer has add-ons. So are you like, who cares? Fuck add-ons. They're just annoying. They're annoying when you need them.
See, that's the kind of cringe ass shit. That sounds so.
But let's see what
annoying.
He's gonna know PvE so much better than
you guys have used like the timeline add-on where you can like add little voice reminders for you mid-fight on like when to use your like raid defensive cooldowns or like when. Bro, that shit is insane. It makes you play better 100p, right? To where like that just being gone, like people are gonna want to keep it. People will do some shit like that. That actually but it sounds so annoying. It's not more cringe than pressing a macro because I got a shitty debuff. Well, we're not having a cringe competition. Like obviously that shit sucks too. I'm just saying that sounds annoying. Man, if I will say though, if they do all this and it just ends up being like who can do the craziest fucking workaround, private aura style, that would be annoying. I see his point. What I am doing like way less fun. The idea is that this will force.
So correct me if I'm wrong. What he's saying is like, so all add-ons are banned, not banned, but basically you don't have add-ons, your competitors don't have add-ons. But let's say you're fighting a boss, and this boss is scripted to do this mechanic every 30 seconds, and then scripted to do this mechanic every 45 seconds, right? You just have a YouTube video that just plays, and it tells you when it's happening. So it's like a workaround. So when you're competing, it's it's not add-ons, it's other stupid fucking bullshit fix-arounds where you have to play this YouTube video. So like at the highest level of competing, you have to do that now. And that's even more annoying than add-ons. That's what I think he's saying.
About making mechanics visible and readable. Lethal cast should be better telegraphed and result in less kicks. At the end of the day, the game should be just as easy or difficult as it is right now, with the goal of keeping a similar number of wipes and success rates across each difficulty, but putting problems and their solutions into players' hands rather than weak auras. Like I said, this is the goal. Like if they can do this, massive W for the game.
Okay, let's see. At the end of the day, the game should be just as easy or difficult as it is right now. putting the problems and solutions into players' hands rather than WeCores.
I think it's going to be incredibly challenging, and I'm glad that they understand that it is going to take actually years to even potentially do something like this. But I also think they should change their scope a little bit. It's going back to this quote. We know we're not going to be able to replace a fully in-depth customizable add-on that you've been using for years and tailored to your personal gameplay with something that we have as an initial fixed offering. Okay, but I honestly think no matter how long it takes, you should get as close as you can possibly fucking get to this customizable add-on, which I know is hard. It's not easy. Like, people saying like Blizzard can just like fucking rip this shit that these really smart fucking people have been making these add-ons as the only thing they've done for like 10 to 15 years in some cases. And just, like,
I don't even want that.
It would be
play without add-ons.
Insulting to assume that they could do that straight up. But goddamn, you've got to get as close as possible. Like I hope they learn from the cooldown manager.
I don't like it being that customizable.
Really cool, and
everyone should be playing the same game.
But its
old school,
form and its release and how it is currently is actually, it's like unusably bad. These other things that you're implementing cannot be that bad. They have to be better. I think you should increase your quality expectation of initial release significantly if you don't want players to immediately not trust any of this. Bro, isn't it like cheaper? Okay, again, this is a I definitely don't know how this works moment. So like if you work in game design and you and you're listening to this and this makes you want to pull your hair out, I'm just in advance. I'm so sorry. Like, it is my fault. I probably am stupid. But like, is it not a faster and easier and probably cheaper solution to just straight up fucking buy this shit? Just like what you were trying to do Hakili recently. Just fucking hire that guy. He's been doing this shit his whole life. Those
changes really fuck Mythic Plus though. And for PvP, you will not be able to track your allies, but opponents will be able to track your allies. But it's the same thing. In a competitive situation, the things that you don't have anymore, your opponents also do not have anymore. And I don't do Mythic Plus, but I can imagine, like, when I was playing retail, I remember it's impossible for me to have tracked Rake is like a bleed. It does damage over time. I can't tell who I've put Rake on. I need an add-on that has this big floaty thing above them. I can't play without that. But if no one has that, I feel a little bit better about trying to put Rake on all the targets. And I might miss one here and there, but I know I'm doing a pretty fucking good job. But without the, if everyone else has the add-on, now I have to get it. I hate add-ons. I hate them with a passion. I don't like it being that customizable. Maybe a little bit, like your UI, sure, move your UI around here and there, but the only thing I could see myself being really wrong here, since I haven't done a lot of retail raiding, is retail raid mechanics, especially like Mythic. Mechanics are really complicated. Like, they're not like classic WoW where you get a fire debuff and you just run out. Like, it's way more complicated than that. So I don't know. I just hate add-ons. And I don't want to, I would love it if, I have my own personal, I just want add-ons gone altogether. And I see it like, if I get nerfed and I'm going to play 100 times worse, I know that my opponents are also going to play 100 times worse. I don't care now. That's fine. We're all playing the same game. I can't play on this computer. I don't have all these add-on. Like, key bindings are already annoying enough. This is dumb.
To be better than trying to do it natty. Or, like, at least license them as a consultant, or basically pay them for the add-on they've made.
Don't worry, we understand what you mean, Asman. Oh, wait, wrong stream.
In advance, well, now not in advance.
I don't even think Asman commentates on WoW anymore. I think he's completely out.
Here's why you're wrong. I'm probably wrong, man, but it just sounds like the easiest and quickest, cheapest, and easiest solution to do all of this is to take the things that I know these people are very fucking smart that have done this already. Just fucking make them make it for WoW. Just put it in the game, man. Maybe they did, and maybe the add-on people said no. Okay,
the reason why a lot of the sweats are angry at these changes because they are selling UIs through PayPal and Twitch subs. Fuck add-ons and fuck the sweats.
I don't think sweats are selling add-ons. No, I think sweats... Maybe there's a mechanic I don't know in the game. That could be it. But also, I think people love to gatekeep. And sweats put in tons of time and effort into crafting their add-ons and they're better than other people. One, they're good at the game, and two, they have the add-ons that help them. But it's just this fucking, it's so gatekeepy. Why can't you just boot up the game and then also just be good? The sweats would be, but it's just that extra step, and it's like, dude, the game's, no one fucking plays it. No one plays it.
I think they did not ask them. Because like the Hakili guy's announcement, when he was like, my shackles have been freed or whatever, like he definitely did not know of this shit until it was getting announced. And like the reality is Blizzard's going to make these guys lose their jobs anyway. Like if they're going to build DBM into the game like they said they're going to do, they're going to make DBM not work. And that add-on and any kind of support they get for that add-on is gone. So like they would basically
DBM being in the game would be cool. Everyone just gets the same exact notifications.
They need to, I have a very strong stance that if they want to do this at all, they need to buy these people or they need to buy their time. But at least if they bought their time and hired them as a consultant, they will at least save a bunch of time.
Like DBM, I could see being needed.
You are correct.
Because Mythic mechanics are too complicated.
Is perhaps some
they
existing employees feel outsourcing this project to the
Without
developers would threaten their current role and rally against it. Maybe I could see that. I could also see like someone who's tasked with making one of these things or a group of people making one of these things, them having consulting once a week for a couple months with people who've done this before might make their jobs a lot easier, and they still don't lose their job because they still have to make it
complicated because of the add-ons. Yeah, maybe they make all the bosses easier.
I'm good at that.
But now no one has add-ons to help them. I don't know.
See what they said here.
And I'm not going to commentate much on PvE, but PvP, I want all add-ons
discussion
gone.
Of whether WoW is harder than it used to be. If you measure that by player success rates, then the answer to that is no. I mean, obviously, it's relatively gotten harder over time because players have gotten better. He is right about the success rate thing.
Maybe an interrupt bar.
A heroic end boss.
Interrupt bar and recount are the only add-ons I'd want in the game.
For
nothing
else. In the core audience. What it takes
I don't even want DR tracking. No DR tracking.
Players have gotten more sophisticated. Yep, happens in every game. Very true. With this move, Blizzard hopes to dismantle the arms race between add-on developers and boss mechanics. A fight like Blood Queen, Lanathel, and Icecrown Citadel had one simple mechanic. Who to bite when you had a vampiric lust and were about to be mind controlled. That ramped in difficulty over the course of the fight, and it would have been trivialized by a combat weak aura. Yeah, but like, okay, that's a weird. They should have used a more recent example because also like Blood Queen Lanathel is like a dog shit fucking easy boss now because it's just not 15 years ago. You know, like if you didn't have a weak aura and you ever wiped to just not biting the person you're supposed to bite, you would just be killed in combat. You know what I mean? Like you would be.
Blood Queen Lanathel's Icecrown Citadel had one simple mechanic: who to bite when you had a vampiric lust and about to be mind controlled. That ramped up a difficult fight. It would have been trivialized by combat weak aura, he noted. Yeah.
He yelled at by everyone. It's just too fucking easy. I'm even old. Like I'm old as fuck, right? But like that example misses me. You know what I'm saying? No stress, no confusion, no need for communication, no need for backups. A fight that had exciting, frantic moments in 2009, 2010 is transformed to something pretty ho-hum. Yeah. Okay. Weak auras make fights easier, yeah. The idea that this will force developers into making better and more mechanics visible and reasonable. Lethal cast should be better telegraphed, and it may result in less kicks required a given pack or a reduction in the number of bosses that place random damage rolls on the ground. A mechanic that a team has come to lean on because add-ons can't predict. At the end of the day, the
he started in Kata?
Yeah. Okay. I think, frankly, this will stop letting us off the hook when we fail to do so. Yes. There's definitely no fallback. Now, if you're riding a Katamari ball on sticks, what is that? Is that what it's called when you're a trash ball? Bro, he had to rip the, like, full government name of the ball. That's crazy. On sticks, and if you run into one of these 3 nameplates, you wipe the raid, but there are 90 things on screen. Good luck visually parsing that. Wait, you've never played Katamari Damacy. Yeah, I mean, Urza's encounters less fun for caster characters. We just want more variety. And wait, our classes weren't designed under the assumption that you're going to have unpredictable movements every few seconds, making those encounters less fun for caster characters. We just want more variety. What does this mean? I mean, you kind of do. Like, isn't procs that you can cast while moving like clearly designed from initial? Give words.
I'm not going to gain any more info from this. Yeah. Okay. So I think does he share the same opinion as me? I don't know. I'm curious. I'm going to ask Zari what he thinks. He's a classic WoW, and he's absolutely going to agree.
I feel like League is just a little too sweaty for me.
Oh, he's playing this Legacy Steel and Sorcery game.
A little bit. I want to see you on Veigar. When I played League, I did Ezreal only. That was 12 years ago, 13 years ago or something. I did Ezreal only.
The fuck just happened?
And back then, it was a different league. Everyone was a
I don't care anymore. I'm done with it.